Okay, there we go.
Didn't we already do the Vib-Ribbon?
Yep. We're gonna do it again.
I see.
Because there's basically no other game that fits this theme as much as Vib-Ribbon does. Also, it's been a while since we looked at it. Yeah, we're gonna re-rank it. I found some things out that makes it a slightly better experience.
Gotcha.
Hey, Tyrion. Yes, it would.
just fill the queue up with Vib-Ribbon songs?
A lot of the games actually, weirdly enough, don't have soundtracks that I can find.
Huh.
Hello.
Hello.
How dare.
My usual spot did not have a soundtrack for Jazz Jackrabbit, so I could not get Jazz Jackrabbit songs.
Okay. They have them on YouTube.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like ripping them.
Yeah, I can see that.
I actually have like full OST in both games somewhere, but I don't think I have time to send that.
I was gonna say, we have like 2 minutes that would have to...
Hurry up!
Yeah.
Hurry up! Put them in! Put them in!
They were actually selling whole OST somewhere, I forget where,
Huh.
like officially.
Ripping off of YouTube is almost always a pain in the ass.
Actually, I could have checked to see if my GOG... Yeah, because I got it through GOG. I could have actually checked there, but I didn't really care enough, to be honest.
What I'm gathering, Lolo, is that you didn't really want to put in a lot more effort than necessary to get some songs in for a very brief 5 to 10 minute section of your show.
Exactly.
By the way, thank you for playing one of the good jazz games and not Advance, which is terrible.
What do I get for getting that correct? I'd like to cook.
Nothing really.
What kind of game show is this? Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could... Wait. Is Shining in the Darkness a short game? I thought Shining in the Darkness was like an RPG.
I think you're thinking of Shining Force.
Yeah, but Shining in the Dark is a spin-off of that.
It is a role-playing game.
Oh,
I'm seeing an hour and a half. No wait, no, that's just one part of it. Is this the same person? It's at least 2 hours worth.
okay. Well,
Let me check how long to beat.
I can take a look and then see. But I do not mind doing Shining in the Dark. Also, I might be Shining in the Darkness, now that I think about it.
It's a 20-hour game.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it is Shining in the Dark. Oh, it's just the thing cut off the NIS. Alright, we got a lot to look at, so let's go ahead and start. So, hello, and welcome to a Saturday edition of Retro Inc. Rhapsody. Because May is essentially our kind of our anniversary month, because Retro Inc. Rhapsody started on May 4th. This is kind of using this as a kind of celebration month, I guess, for a theme. Also, maybe because I couldn't really think of anything. But yes. So, an idea that I had is that since we have a lot of these avatars that we have for the various kind of categories, I felt maybe it would be fun to do a episode based on each of them. So this is going to be our first one of those, and might as well start off with the OG. We're taking a look at games that are based off Rhapsody. So her backstory is that she is a musician and also a rabbit. So I figured, let's look at games that are either music-based or rabbit games, or musical rabbit games. So I figure we'll get two of the rabbit ones that I could think of off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I didn't feel like doing Jumping Flash because I felt like those would be easy. I mean, I could probably just do an entire thing on Jumping Flash. We have done Jumping Flash, all of them, unfortunately, unless I felt like finding some way to play Pocket Moo Moo, which I'm going to need to do a lot of finagling for that. So I figured we'd play 2 Rabbit games we have not actually played yet. Also, it's funny that I say that because our last game is one that we've definitely done before. But I have found a way to make it interesting, or at least new. So, this first one, I actually intended to do this during when this was just ranking of shmups. But I just never got to it. So, yeah, this is an interesting one. That's got to load, apparently. Come on. There we go. So. So, this is an arcade game. That technically this did come out in the US, but I'm playing the Japanese version because really there's no text, and we can just, yeah. So this is Rabio Lepus, which is by V-System. And as you can tell here, this is a side-scrolling shmup that has you play as robotic rabbits. Also, it is very quiet for some reason. Actually, I want to do it like this. Oh, yeah, they're super low. I don't know why I was that like it. Okay, so yeah. This is by V-System, which is not a huge name, but if you're familiar with shmups, you're probably familiar with one of their bigger games, and that is Aero Fighters. So this is by the same people who did Aero Fighters. That's actually one of their first games, I believe. But anyway, let's go ahead and start.
Can't you play as this rabbit in Air Fighters? Am I thinking of a different game?
I think it's a different game. We're just going to play... So I believe it is normal mode. And, let's see, that is X... I can't exactly quite... It's XE... Anyway, the first one's normal game, which we're going to do. Also... Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Stage 1.
Okay. So it starts off with a pretty basic kind of shmup, or like kind of side-scrolling shmup. There are some interesting mechanics behind it, though. For example, if you get right up to something, you can kind of see it for a second. You punch them. You give him an old rabbit punch. Like that. The nice thing about the rabbit... Go ahead.
I was just saying rabbits are famous for punching.
Yep, whoop. So also a weird thing is that you don't... It's not a one-hit kill thing. You do have a life bar at the bottom. The thing is, though... I like the way that they segment... Whoop. So basically, your health bar is kind of into 3 different parts, which are essentially your lives. So once a health bar fully depletes, you can't recharge that one back.
Destroy enemy master.
And yeah, you do have a missile attack, which is pretty potent. Also, much in the vein of Cotton, whenever you end a stage, carrots will fall down. The moment one touches the ground, you kind of lose. Well, not lose, but the whole thing ends. There is a very much an IREM vibe that I get from this game.
I kind of see you mean, but I'm not really sure what gives me that idea.
It's just something about... It feels like it's done on the same hardware that, like, say, Dragon Breed or some of the earlier R-Types were on. Like, the sound has that weird feeling to it. Yeah, whenever you see those bombs, you do want to punch it out of the way, and also whenever you get hit and you have the bow, you basically have to go grab it like an option.
Destroy enemy master.
Oops. Yeah, the thing about the punch is that it is incredibly powerful. It'll practically kill almost anything in one hit, including some bosses if you time it right.
Stage 3.
Oop, damn it. Oh, also sometimes there are these which kind of reflect your little shots. Oops.
I just like
Okay.
that face in the background.
Yeah, it is. It's a face.
It kind of looks like Peter Wells.
Yeah, I can see. Like you're talking about the you're talking about the RoboCop guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of does.
that would not surprise me.
He's about to come out and shoot a dude in the dick.
Destroy enemy master. Red missiles are empty.
I will say I'm not fond of this music.
Yeah, the music is not great.
Stage 4.
Also, the enemy shots kind of blend in a lot.
Yeah, especially like when they're doing the normal shots, it's not as bad. But once they actually start doing this blinking, it actually does become a lot harder to see. And there, now that we've beaten that boss, we've rescued one of the princesses. And despite the way that looks, this is not one of those type of games.
I'm grateful.
Stage 5.
Because there are random cases where some arcade games that it's like, oh, you play this, it's like, oh, this looks like a nice, nothing inconspicuous arcade game. Up, whoop, it's porn. I am looking at you, Puznik. Also, this game does not believe in iframes, apparently.
Iframes are for cowards. And the weak.
I do like that when you come across a bomb and you just punch it, it just kind of punches it out of the stage.
Very satisfying.
Red missiles are empty.
Oh no. Great, the power-up went behind the rock, so I couldn't get to it. Yeah, the music in this game is kind of horrendous.
Enemy master.
Yeah, it's very repetitive. Very short loops, it seems.
Side engaged.
These bosses go down really quick.
Yeah. I don't mind that, to be honest, though.
Stage 6.
It just makes it means that it's just like, pretty hard, but it's like, you can beat it real quickly. I'm actually curious if there's something wrong with the emulation on this board.
Why?
Because it sounds like something's wrong.
With the music?
Yeah. Like it sounds like the board is having the emulation isn't fully 100% on this board.
I mean, I kind of hope so, because if this is the soundtrack, this is fucking miserable.
Destroy enemy master.
I think this thing shows up in a Aero Fighter game or two. Ow. I like the eyebrows on that thing, though.
They're really good eyebrows. Oh yeah, they just rock it down.
Yep.
Stage 7.
But I guess that's how you get more health bars.
Yeah, because it extends similar to how, like a normal arcade game. Like, it's more lives through points, I believe. Because we just broke 50,000. Also, I do kind of like that this game forces you to use your various use your entire kit.
Now, are you absolutely positively sure about your previous statement? Because I feel like we're incrementally getting closer.
Oh, to porn?
Incrementally. I mean, clearly that's not porn,
Oops.
but...
No, I am fairly certain that this does not become porn.
You never know these kinds of games. I don't know if either of you watched MAME Roulette. The guy there runs the porn games all the time.
I mean, he's playing MAME games. He's doing MAME Roulette.
Like,
okay, I think
there
that's
are
good
so many
for
games
this.
he just has to, like, slam the escape key on because it's surprise porn.
Yeah, like I said, look at Puzznik. It's like, oh, this game had a really good NES port. Let me play the arcade game. Oh, wow, that's just straight up porn. Like, that's not... And not even, like, the porn that's, like... It's like, no, it's, like, etchy. No, that's straight up porn. That's actual naked ladies there. Let me download something, or let me get something real quick. I'm curious.
Good segue into that thought, there, Lolo. Good segue into that.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, this was just a standard TurboGrafx game. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. Because I'm actually curious, because I think they actually changed some things about this. So yeah, this is Rabio Lepus special for the TurboGrafx. Oop. Oh, the music's just entirely different. Okay.
You were playing what? You were playing the arcade version?
Yeah, I was playing the arcade. Oh, they also make it a checkpoint shmup. This is actually a completely different game. Okay, never mind. Okay, let me actually do this because I kind of realized that I forgot to load up Firefox. Yeah, I thought that was a port. Let me check something real quick. Okie dokie. Let's do this and
Yeah,
this.
I'm actually watching. I just picked a random video of somebody doing the long play for the arcade version, and the soundtrack's terrible.
Okay.
It's cool. It's fine.
Yep. And there we go. Okie doke. I just do this and this and this, and also this. Okay. So that that goes in this list. Yeah, gotta get used to this. Okay. Oh, there. I was. Okay.
So where are you feeling?
If I were to,
Yes.
let me look at the. Let's see. What do we got in 11? Oops.
I feel like this one's gonna be more you and Bobinator weighing in on than really I can.
I'd say it's slightly better than average.
Maybe a 12. Let's go down a little bit.
12. Let's see. What do we got? 12.
You're going in opposite directions.
I actually, because I saw it pass by. At 11 we have X Multiply, and I feel like I haven't played X Multiply in a while, but I feel like I preferred that over X Multiply. We got Thunder Force 4, and I'd rather play this over Thunder Force 4. Also, we got Sidearms, Hyperdyne, which I'd also feel like I'd rather play slightly over those. Or I'd rather play this slightly over that. Also, we got the original version of Fantasy Zone 2, which I'd also feel I'd rather play this over that. And if we look at the stuff, we have 11. We have Viewpoint, the original Twinbee and Twinbee 3, Troubleshooter Vintage. Yeah, like look at a lot of these. I feel like, yeah, I think that this probably goes in 11. Because you have the MSX Parodius. You actually got Otocky, which actually we're going to re-rank that in a bit. Because, yeah, one thing I do want to mention that I'm going to start putting in... I'm essentially going to do a soft invalidation on a lot of these, because I feel like a lot of these, it's like, oh, we have a really good theme, but then also it's like, oh, we've already done that one, even though we've done it such a long time ago. So I feel like I'm just going to start actually taking a look at these. Because especially like Otocky, we took a look at that episode 7 of Ranking of Shmups. That was like that's at least 2 years ago. So I think that deserves another look.
I had a feeling that even outside of the shmups, there was going to be at certain point we were going to start re-ranking stuff. Because remember, when we originally started doing the new ranking stuff, there were some lists that just didn't have a lot of stuff in them, so we didn't have a whole lot to go by. So we just kind of had to throw it into a spot.
Yeah.
We were talking about as we filled in the list. So now that you've got the whole new one, there's definitely a lot of ones we did not too long ago either, maybe like a year ago, that'll probably end up getting re-ranked. But anyway.
Yep.
So what? You both are kind of like, Bob, you're saying more down in like the 12s. Lolo, you're going up more in the 11 and 10.
Yeah, I'm saying because let's see, at 10 we have like looking at these, I actually would probably say 11.
All right, I go with 11.
Let's see. Let's scroll down a lot now. Let's see,
Meanwhile, I'm over here saying, put it on a different list of games that I will never play.
so that goes in Attack. This is episode 241. That came out in 1987 by V System. That is an arcade game. That is a shmup. That is trying to be cute, I think.
Yeah.
We can go cute or anime.
Anime.
Yeah, let's go anime.
Anime.
So right off the bat, thumbs down music.
Yeah. Awful. Terrible soundtrack.
I don't know.
Did it have any charm?
In a weird way, kind of, but not too much.
Now, the age-old question, Lolo. How did it feel to play?
It felt okay.
Okay.
And the rest, I wouldn't call it too difficult, although I can see it definitely in later levels get a little harder. But then again, the way that the game works, it's not that hard, especially for a shmup. And the art looks okay. And I really can't think of any yay or nay for it. Yeah, I just think that the music was kind of bad.
Yeah, no, that was a terrible, terrible, terrible soundtrack.
Yep. All right. So, now to move on to this fun thing. I might actually have to close out a RetroArch for this. So, a while ago, we took a look at this studio's, probably one of their first games. Although calling it a game is kind of a stretch. It's more of a game engine. And that was ZZT. Yeah, we're taking a look at an epic game. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let's see. Yep, it's time to play Jazz Jackrabbit.
Yes.
So I have 0 experience with Jazz Jackrabbit.
I have a whole lot. I used to play this game a whole ton. I even used to have a DOS-era computer I used to play this thing on, so I will try to help.
My experience with this was looking at Jazz Jackrabbit and saying, huh. Like, I saw Jazz Jackrabbit, but it was like, I was really, when the time I saw it, I really wasn't doing computer stuff. So I didn't really have a way to play it.
By the way, man, now I gotta do an episode of like all Christmas versions of games later in the year.
Yeah, I mean, that probably will just come naturally. Especially
Okay,
since I am actually streaming on Christmas this year.
Then you got to do Elf Bowling.
No, I don't want to get virus.
Not you, Bobinator. I would never.
He
I would
could
never...
do the Game Boy Advance version.
suppose I
Yeah,
could.
that's true. Fuck.
Okay. Okay. So yeah.
So, sorry, go
Hey,
ahead.
babe.
No, I was gonna say yeah. It's Jazz Jackrabbit.
So, DOS platformers are pretty nice because they actually give you like a small manual.
Yep. Okay. This turtle has kidnapped this rabbit in order to conquer this planet. Thank you.
Caratus.
This
I really appreciate that a lot of
destroyed
games like this do that.
the LFG 2000. I see what you're doing there. Oh wait, can I scroll that? Oh, it just goes down.
Little fucking gun.
I guess maybe.
What were you saying, Bob?
I said I really appreciate that so many DOS platformers have manuals like this. For all the complaints people have about them, that's really nice.
Okay. Run like the wind, shoot everything that moves. If you can't shoot it, take it, is advice. Shell. Okay. So there's that. Launcher, TNT, cycle weapons. Okay. Grab gems to go to the bonus stage. Game-winning strategies. Okay.
Meh.
That first one's
Oh.
aged greatly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to comment on that.
There's a whole website that very much disagrees. But yeah.
Also, that Arjun post or the Arjun thing is in a weird hindsight way, almost weirdly prophetic. How long?
Game's 20% faster.
Okay.
So you could tell it's gonna be brimming with just
It's
high wit.
It's a 90s DOS game, so yes. Also, I like that there's order info for this game you already own. Oh, you
Don't
need
call
more.
this number. This number is likely not in connecting anymore.
Or it's a sex line.
Yeah.
I'm
And then you'll learn more about sexy rabbits.
I'm pretty sure that those T-shirts are not going to be available. Okay. And I think that's good. Let's actually start. Let's play medium. Let's do let's do the first one.
Okay, so here's some advice. Basically, you never ever want to stop shooting. You do not have any attacks that make you safe, so you always want bullets on the screen.
Okay.
Because see that resolution? It does not get any higher.
Let's see. Kill this
You
rabbit.
will run
Okay.
into things.
Ow. Okay. Why is it that the jump is automatic but the shooting is not?
Yeah, there are rapid fire power-ups, but they are not default, which sucks. Also, I'll tell you now, the only thing special ammo is good for is that it gives your projectiles a bigger hitbox. That's basically it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's useful, but usually not often.
Yeah, I really hate that there's automatic jumping when you hold down the button.
Lord Tyrion, there is a source port of this game that does have higher resolutions, so that's something. Probably way better way to play the game.
There we go. Ow.
See, this is the thing people miss with a lot of Sonic-style games. Sonic had a thing where you could just hit a button, then you were safe. You know what I mean?
Like in Sonic games? Or in general?
I mean, in Sonic games, you could hit a button, and then you were just, for the most part, safe to all attack. Let me link that source where I was talking about. That might be useful for some people.
Is that just for... Oh. Okay.
Another thing is that in Sonic, you can basically take an unlimited number of hits as long as you keep getting your rings. Here, it's basically just 5 hits. That's all you get.
I would honestly put that in Sonic's favor, though.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying that.
Oh,
Even though
okay.
a lot of people disagree, I think the Sonic games are pretty well designed. They do a lot of things that if you don't do them, you basically kind of have a much messier game.
Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the Sonic games are actually not that good. But I'm like, even at worst, they're perfectly fine. Like, especially some of the other stuff that is on the... Like, even just thinking of stuff that Sega put out on the Genesis.
Well, like, you know, people complain that in Sonic you run into things too much, but that's not really a problem. Here, it's a problem.
Oh yeah,
because-
here is definitely a problem, which is kind of annoying. I'll say it next.
Well, that's also because Sonic's mode of attack is a close melee, whereas Jazz's only attack is a ranged attack. So you're definitely going to take a lot more hits as Jazz than you would as Sonic. Since Sonic's one is you jump and then you're in at basic attack.
Yeah, also the
So
fact that this game
yeah.
kind of moves too fast for its own good. Although I know you can... There is the slow motion, which this just feels weird. Even though it does feel a little better, actually.
Yeah. There's no momentum. You basically just hit full speed as soon as you hit the button. Which feels weird.
Like, for what this game is trying to go for, it really should have slowed it down.
The one thing I do wonder is this the speed that the game was meant to run on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if they were just expecting people to have much slower computers.
As far as I remember, this is right.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Iggy Igson is pulling up the timers running at the right speed, so this must be right.
Oh, yeah, I guess. You know, I will say of the DOS platformers that I've played, this actually plays one of the better of the ones that I've played.
It honestly is one of the better ones, flaws and all.
Especially since one of the other ones that I'm thinking of is Chill of the Jungle, which I know a lot of people like the game. Whenever time I've tried that game just feels really weird.
Not even the sound the keys make.
The sounds are good. The gameplay, maybe not so much.
That's fair, I guess. That game has the best sound effects, though.
Now that I think about it, yeah, it does. Oh, what the... Okay. Oh, this... Oh. I love Sonic CD.
Okay, you know the way he just starts rolling for, like, no reason?
Yeah.
It does that for me, too. I have no idea what causes that.
You double tap forward.
Oh. All this time, I thought it was just completely random.
Nope. Or at least... I think it's double tap forward. Also, space seems to be triggering it. Oh, I thought I'd...
Come on, 7 more, Lolo. You got this.
This doesn't feel great, but I guess this is just a bonus stage, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I can go backwards. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Did I get a Chaos Emerald? Oh, just an extra life.
You got
I really don't like that animation.
That animation, no, I don't like it either. Tube Electric. Okay.
Okay, you gotta play
okay.
through this stage because the music is great.
So the hitbox in that is weird. Okay, I like that effect, yeah. Also, I see we were in Chemical Plant Zone.
Not everything is Sonic, Lolo.
Okay, but those pipes are. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, we get it. This is a lot.
It is. Also, wait, were those Super Nintendo controllers?
I think so, yeah.
Oh no, those are graphics gamepads. Okay.
Oh!
Okay, that actually makes it better.
This music is kind of assaultive.
I kind of like it. Okay, especially this part. This super MIDI horn part of the song. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, I guess
I don't think you can destroy them.
Yeah, let's...
I remember getting a gamepad so I could play Descent the proper way.
I figure with Descent you need you need like an actual stick.
I've tried it with a joystick and it feels miserable. It's definitely more twin sticky.
I always was perfectly fine playing that on a keyboard.
Oh, yeah, I know. Keyboard is, you know, if you want to make use of all of the buttons, you're gonna want a keyboard. But I liked piling it with joysticks.
Okay, good. This, you know what? Actually, this blinking background is actually giving me vibes of Time Splitters, making like custom levels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can see that.
God damn. Oh,
That's a game I want to definitely rank at some point.
okay.
Which one?
Well, you have to start with Time Splitters 1, but 2 is the best
Okay.
one.
Okay, there we go.
At least in my opinion.
I can't remember which one I played. I know it was either 1 or 2.
Did it have GoldenEye controls?
I can't remember. This was when it first
Oh,
came.
it was 1 or 2. Was there a plot?
I just played multiplayer.
Oh, okay. Because 1 vaguely had a plot, but it was really just you play each level and that's it. And then 2 actually introduced cutscenes and story.
Oh.
For the record, by the way, there are 6 levels and a boss per episode.
Okay. Oh,
This is a weapon, alright.
that particular enemy is interesting because it's just a thing of eyes that are shocking. Oh, can't jump through that.
Soundtrack seems a lot better now.
Right. Oops. I'm not just right. Oh.
Perfect. Okay. I'd like to see at least 1 boss.
Yeah, I gotta actually get through the stage first, though,
Yeah.
which is proven to be harder than expected. Okay.
Yes, welcome to hell. Yeah, honestly, if they had slowed down the pace of the game a bit, I think it'd be a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
That is a big ass hitbox.
Yep.
You've entered the fry zone.
Okay, where does that take me? Okay. I'm fine if you're just gonna put me here. I do feel like this level's a bit too long.
It's a lot. But that's why these games have never appealed to me, this and Sonic, because levels always felt like they were a lot.
Sonic, at least you have, like, I feel like Sonic's at least a little bit better about this kind of thing.
Like, the goal in Sonic was just go right.
Yeah. Whereas this, you just... Oh, I just realized there's a checkpoint right there. That I always would overshoot. God. Also, these enemies just suck. Okay.
I was gonna scream if that took you back to the start. Don't go down there. I think that takes you to the start.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta at least see this.
Okay.
Oh, I can't actually go down there.
Oh, it's an up one. Okay. I just know that they're looping around near this point. At least it doesn't seem to do that, which is good because I would ding it a point for that.
Yep, yep. Okay.
All right. Okay. I was clenched.
That one is not as... Yeah, that one's not as bad. But that's
No.
really dickish placement, especially since you can't see that one.
If that one took you back to the start, then yeah, I'd be like, just close it out and put it down at the bottom. That's bullshit. No, that's luckily
Okay.
that's not the case. Hey, there it is, an exit.
Okay.
The one I remember playing a lot was Duke Nukem, Secret Agent Man, and Crystal Caves. And then, of course, MDK.
MDK I'm more associated with being a Dreamcast game.
So I only ever played it on PC.
What did I play on DOS? It was mostly like every Apogee game. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say Rise of the Triad, Blake Stone, Doom.
Wolf 3D. One of my fondest Doom 2 memories. I know we're not playing Doom 2, but it's just now that we're talking about just old DOS games, one of my fondest memories was we had Doom 2, and this was back when I used to go to church. And our pastor came over the one day to spend time with the family, and I was downstairs playing Doom 2, and all of a sudden I look up and he's there watching me as I'm just like shooting rockets and blowing stuff up, and he got into it. We're talking about the game, and it was just surreal. It's like you're a pastor. You should be telling me to not play these horrible, violent games.
I mean, is it Sandy Peterson that was it about Mormon, who basically
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
the only reason that he worked on it was that you were destroying demons?
Which is fair. But at the time, I was a kid, and I didn't really think of it like that. I was just more like, you're a pastor. You should be against violence and things like that. No, had a nice convo about it. I know you're killing demons. I'm an adult now. It makes sense now to me. I think it was like, God, how old was it? Maybe 7. 8 or 9. Anyway. I did try talking to the demons with my gun.
I'd say wasn't talking to demons, wasn't that like a thing in Doom Eternal?
I don't know.
Like they were trying to like, oh hey, why don't you like we should like try and like that's right. What is the term that they use in that game?
Mortally challenged.
Which is
It's kind of dumb. Yeah, not
Is-
the best joke.
at most or at the lightest really stupid.
Yeah, it's immensely stupid. It's not offensive or anything. It's just
It's dumb.
yeah. I didn't like the direction they took with Doom Eternal, to be honest. Gameplay-wise, writing-wise.
Yeah, I actually refunded Doom Eternal.
Wow.
Wow, I think you're like the only 2 people I know
so-
who like it.
Also, the only reason I'd say that I refunded it was because I knew that I would like this is a game that I would need to play in a certain like mindset, and I wasn't like that's not the game I wanted to play at that moment because I had also just gotten Animal Crossing. So,
Okay, I can understand.
so it's like yeah, I'm like this is a $60 thing. I need to be better about not just buying stuff and just letting it sit. I'm actually gonna. I just played it for like a little bit. I'm like, okay, I know that I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not. This is not gonna hold my patience or to hold my interest for. I'm not gonna feel like playing it, so I'm just gonna take it back.
I just didn't like. I wanted more of Doom 2016, and they changed the formula so much that it made the gameplay not enjoyable for me. If I wanted to play a Souls-like kind of game, I'd put up a Souls-like game, and they took the FPS combat and made it where you've got to watch your health, your ammo, your armor. You got to constantly balance them out, and I don't want to do that. I just want to blow stuff up, and so I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, there was way too many systems in that game.
yeah. And the other thing is just the writing. They got way too aware. They were trying way too hard to be metal. And it's like, come on, you don't need to do this. That last game was decent enough. It was exactly what you wanted out of a Doom game. You didn't need to do it. So that's just my take on it.
I feel like they should let you off the board by now, but they're not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that I forgot. I forgot that was a platformer.
Yep.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think this plays actually a lot better than Duke Nukem, at least from when I played of it.
I mean, that's a low bar you're setting there.
It is, but also, I don't really care for Commander Keen either.
Which is also fair. Commander Keen games are a little rough. They're
I feel
charming.
my heart just breaking in 2 right now. Just live.
Right, I won. Can I take this board into the bonus game? Oh, I did. Oh, this is only level 2.
The answer is no.
To be fair, I also have not played Duke Nukem since I was a child.
I would like to see a Commander Keen remake. Or a reboot.
I was gonna say that Monkey Paw is recently curled.
I'm pretty sure they canceled that game.
Oh, they
'cause I
did
have
actually
heard
just straight up
nothing
cancel
about
it?
Like, I have heard like nothing about that mobile game like since last year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right.
I wouldn't be surprised they just got so much complaining about it they decided this wasn't worth it at that point.
We don't want a mobile game. We want a proper game. There are plenty of good mobile games, but Commander Keen wasn't made for that.
The one thing I will say is that I don't know if really you can have them make a new Commander Keen. Like, it'd have to be another studio, because I don't see id making another, id making a Commander Keen just seems like a waste of, not like a waste of time, but it just seems like it's not what they should be doing.
It's not one of their priority properties, and I say proper game incorrectly. What I mean is more like a console game or a computer game.
I forgot what they called the term, the console experience, quote unquote.
Yeah, because saying proper game is kind of insulting to mobile games, because there, like I said, there are plenty of decent ones. Dark Meadow, Infinity Blade, the Room series, which is a bunch of puzzle games that I fucking love. So
I was gonna say, actually, HAL Laboratories put out a mobile game, and it is really good.
yeah,
And I feel more people should play that game. The game that I'm talking about is Part-Time UFO.
Part-Time UFO.
Which I will sing that game's praises. Namely for being a game that you just buy on mobile, and it has no transactions at all.
Well, it's kind of like, I like Million Onion Hotel. That was
Million Onion Hotel.
ridiculous and good.
Onion Games is also another developer I will basically buy anything that they put out.
I gotta play Moon.
Moon, when Moon comes out, I'm putting stuff aside and I'm ranking Moon.
Which is great, because there's also another game called Moon, and it's by Renegade Kid, the developer behind
DS one?
Dimension. Yeah.
Yeah, that one also I've heard really good things about.
It's fucking fantastic. It's a great FPS.
So Moon, the Moon that Onion Games is putting out is a remake of a game that was by a studio that the people who are at Onion Games essentially are a spiritual, bunch of people at Onion Games basically used to work at the studio. The studio's name was Love to Look. Moon, was it Moon and RPG Adventure, I think is the full title. It is essentially a RPG that is trying to do, it's a meta RPG, essentially. That I believe had no combat. It's almost an adventure game, I believe, but in the vein of you're playing this RPG. Oops, God damn it.
Whereas the Moon that I'm talking about was a FPS on the Nintendo DS, and then later got re-released on the 3DS with a bunch of extra levels, or like four more episodes.
Okay, by the way, that sword hallway, that's like the only time you ever basically need special ammo, because your regular bullets just won't reach.
Okay. I did not see the sword fast enough.
Yeah, you don't see anything fast in
Damn
this
it.
game, because everything is just flying at you, and you can barely any time to do anything about it.
This is very annoying.
Yes, God damn it.
I swear I like this game, just
Wait, oh,
it bothers me sometimes.
okay. That was weird.
Just delayed. He didn't realize he was in pain. I don't know, my personal philosophy is, if I don't like something, that doesn't mean that somebody else has to like it, or can't,
Okay. Yeah, it's I can definitely see why people like this game. But I feel like, at least for me, this feels like I would like it a lot more if I played it at the time.
The sequel is a lot better because it has a, actually reasonable resolution for one thing. Also a run button, which really helps.
This
So,
game's biggest...
does the default speed the run speed, or is it the walk speed?
It's a walk speed, actually, which is a huge help.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's this game's biggest shortcoming, is it's way too damn fast for itself.
Yeah, Part-Time UFO is it's a very much a different style of game, but it is also it is also quirky in that same way. Although Part-Time UFO is much more cuter than Million Hotel. Oh god, it's gonna okay. You know, I wasn't expecting to play this game this long, but well,
Yep.
hopefully we get to a boss.
I don't even know what level we're on.
This I believe is 3 of this episode. Guardian level 1. This looks like a boss. That
That's a health meter.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to cheese this boss. You just stay in that little alcove. There.
okay.
Or not.
Wait,
Not
I
that
think
works.
I think you have to be a little bit in. Alright, one. Thanks. Oh. What? Oh.
Ah, you kicked Cliff's ass. Put an ass.
No, I was... Nah. Here. No, actually, I know what I'll put in. Damn it.
Wow. Wow.
I couldn't remember what the studio was.
Boss key.
Boss key. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Oh, also here. There's people who are responsible.
Damn you!
Fun
Tim
fact,
Sweeney was a... Sorry.
apparently Arch and Bruce worked on the mobile version of Fortnite, if you're wondering what he's up to now.
Huh.
Not really a step up, but what do I know?
I'm pretty
See-
sure he is probably okay with that.
Tim Sweeney was a cheerleader.
Yes, he is.
There's an image for you. Tim Sweeney in a cheerleader's outfit.
Yep. And as a cheerleader, thanking the bus driver. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Alright, scroll up. Let's
Yeah,
be fair about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely gonna at least start in the middle. Actually, you know what? Where is... Just as a point of comparison, what is our lowest ranked Sonic game? Other than... Also, I did not type in Sonic, right? Just other than, like, Labyrinth. Wow, we put Sonic Chaos that low. I forgot about that. Okay, the original Sonic... It's better than the original Sonic the Hedgehog. It's also better than the original... It's also better than Sonic Chaos and Drift. I would also say it's better than Spinball. I remember 2 being a bastard for the Master System.
11's pretty broad range. I'd say it'd fit in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was just gonna take a look at what's up there, just to see. We got Evil Zone. Even if you take out Evil Zone, we got like Holy Diver, Cloudmaster, Air Zonk, the original Bomberman. We got Pepsi Man. Would I rather play Pepsi Man than this? You know, actually, that does actually... That have to think about that. I might actually play this over Pepsi Man personally. Despite as how much of a wonderful thing Pepsi Man is. Okay, Wonder Boy is at 9. I would rather play Wonder Boy than this. So at most I'd say, I think, yeah, 10, 11, maybe. You know, I'm looking at some of the stuff. We got Air Fortress, 1001 Spikes. I think 10's probably a good spot for that. Puts in the same thing as Toe Ball number 1 and Pepsi Man and Nuts and Milk. It Falset Armor. That sound good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Compared to Bucky O'Hare, this game doesn't seem quite as much of an asshole. So I
mean, at least Bucky O'Hare is like creative in how it's an asshole. This just keeps throwing enemies at you that you can't see.
It is, but at least you can push through this. Also, you can save state at any point. Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot the segments that we have up next. Okay, so that was by Epic Mega Games. Oh, that was for PC. It's an action game. We got a category just for you. And it is right here. Okay, is there anything we'd want to call out in terms of like charm or anything else?
I like the music.
Yeah, the music actually we have a charm just for this, I think. I know I put it in the media one. I might have to just copy and paste it there.
Maybe
Here,
good
actually right here.
cinematics. I
Wonderful.
like that intro.
I don't know if I'd put that there.
All right.
Let's see. Put the CD because it is wonderfully of its time.
How to control?
It once you got used to it, it's fine. Like I wouldn't go say it's super like thumbs up or thumbs down. It's fine.
Okay.
The game area size, I think that's just a limitation of I would chalk that up to a limitation of the computer. Than it is.
What? 320 by 240, I think.
I mean, you're 94, so you don't get much.
Yeah.
You might have had VGA at that point. Yeah, and I can't really think of any charms specifically. Yeah, it's just.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about a different category. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just can't really think of anything in particular unless you can think of something.
Map design.
Oh yeah, map design.
Lacking.
Also, I'm gonna put. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna copy and paste this one, whatever I took that from, and do that because they did pull some cheese.
And unfortunately, like it's trying to be a platformer, but it's really fast, and it's just not precise enough to pull it off well.
Yeah. I'm wondering how to put that. Maybe I can just do. Maybe we can add this. Because I believe there is an emoji that is. Here. I'll get the proper emoji, but too fast. Fast forward. Okay. So that is that. Before we move on to our next block, I am going to be right back because I think my heat's on and it's way too hot. Okay, that has been taken care of. All right. So now we've taken a look at games based on rabbits. Now let's take a look at some games based on music. And here, I felt we'd take a look at some things that are on this show's favorite platform. Starting with this one. And this one, actually, I'm not going to be able to show it in its full extent because this requires a very expensive peripheral. Also, that hasn't been emulated. And we will see what that is once it loads. So, let's do this. Let me pop up this again. And let us hear the jingle that everyone loves. Once it stops freezing. It is time. Oops, not for that. It is time for us to play a game that is on the Famicom Disk System. And this is loading. This is Doremikko. It is a game that came packaged with a full keyboard. But there are some other things you can kind of do with it. Oops. So yeah, there's this, which if you play on the piano, you can... What this is for is go in here, which is essentially a synthesizer. Well, maybe not synthesizer. This thing's basically a giant-ass Casio keyboard. You can have it set to the different instruments that the people play. So let's see. We also have some default things we can load. We have Gradius, Skater, Birthday. Or, okay, those three. We have to load this one. There, it is loaded. So now you can go back in. Up. Up. You go in here. So you can see them play, and you can actually play along with this. And then as you change the thing, it changes the way it looks. Have them play it on a sitar, or is it sitar? Also, I think that slightly broke. Oh, no, that's actually, I think it's supposed to be a platform. Oh. There, how's the banjo look?
Sitar. Person on the left is having a bit of a problem there.
Well, the problem is that it's actually hitting so fast that it doesn't like it. Let's see, what does Rock 2 look like? Let's see, and then we got the Kodo guitar. Oh, that thing. Never do that again. Let's see what a synth 1. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Let's see. We got clarinet, vibraphone, piano, organ. Oh yeah, yeah, you can. There you go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and then I think it just goes backwards. Okay, that's enough of that. Oops. Oh, do I have to? I think I might actually have to restart the thing in order to do this. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh. Okay, what does reggae this sound like? Oh, it did. Oh, we can also speed it up. Yep, yeah, basically that's what this thing is. I think I have to restart this in order to actually look at the other thing. There we go. And then you also have the beginner symbol, which basically you go here, you pick one, and then you gotta do that, and then you hit start, and it will eventually it teaches you how to play the song.
So what else can you do if you don't have the keyboard this game came with?
Exactly what we're doing right now. Not much. And then also, just... Oh.
Boo. Boo.
Yep. Also this because your silly copyright doesn't matter in Japan. Actually, yeah, it's funny that I play this because it's actually my brother's birthday today.
Oh. Happy birthday to Google.
Let's see. Yep, there's that. And then the other thing is basically you can play the piano. I don't even know if we can rank this because it's just it's here. It's a keyboard. It's Casio. I just felt like I probably should show that off. So yeah, that's Doremikko. I don't think we could actually rank it, but we at least could take a look at it. So
what about Santa's toy box?
That one you could technically. This is at least somewhat competent. Also, I don't know what happened, but my Google thing just went off in the other room and I could hear it, which is always ominous.
Well, if you're cut out, then we know.
Yeah.
Try to carry it on. Okay.
I would say that Cassandra's toy box, you can do exactly everything in that with with just that. This you kind of need a keyboard.
Ah, okay.
But I was trying to load state. But there's a game that is similar that you don't need the keyboard. This is Family Composer. Came out the same year. And it actually is more akin to a sequencer than a synthesizer. As you can see here. All right. Now I've done that. So you have two things. You could. So the graphic player, I believe, is just if you have a song, you'll just play it. Let's load up B. Oh, there's no songs on default. Let's go into the composer. And then yeah, it is a full-on sequencer, which you can just go in and poke around. Oh, there we go. Because yeah, you can do this, and you can. See. Yeah, so this is a center. It's a sequencer. It's a sequencer. But might as well few. This is not what a piano sounds like. Or that. I like the progressive organ. You know, a lot of these actually, like, all of the games that have, like, do this actually have, like, when that use the Famicom Disk System, actually have it sound like it's supposed to be. This didn't get it quite on.
It's very whimsical versions of. It's just using the exact same noise but changing the pitch.
Yeah.
Ah yes, Spain rhythm.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. This just feels off. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that works. This just sounds ominous. All right. Let's go back to disco. And then let's go back to here. Oh, we can just go here. Oh, it's... Oh, I see. That canon one just reminds me of that video that every song can essentially be associated to Pokeball's canon. Okay, how do I actually get out of here? There we go. Let's see what graphic player is. Oh. Just the tempo. there's that. This is the graphic. It is graphic player. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I think we've basically seen everything from that. I don't know if that's quite rankable either.
If you were to rank it, where would you put it?
I would probably just put it at maybe 11, just because it's average.
Yeah. Sounds fine.
All right, we can put that on there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to suggest for a ranking like this. That's... I guess it depends on how much you can actually get out of it, because it seems like it's actually hard to use to make a song with.
Yeah, it seemed like it was fine. It's just I'm not super musical, so I would not know. We've already shown off Mario Paint, and that is not for that. We're just doing purely musical stuff. That is by Musical Plan. And that was for the FTS. And that is creative. And that I will just say is mundane. Or neutral. I'd probably just leave it blank. So I think that's probably good for that. So now with that, I felt like I'd wanted to just show those two off, just to kind of show what they were trying to go with for music stuff on the Famicom Disk System. However, both of those pale in comparison to what we're about to take a look at. This is something we took a look at a long time ago, and I feel that before we start looking at this game, we have to talk about a actual certain person who is the mastermind behind this game. He's not technically a musician, he's more of an artist, by the name of Toshio Iwai. And basically, he's kind of been known in Japan for like putting up major art installations and things like that. He also, around the time of the 80s, tried to get into games. And he came up with the concept of a game that turned into what we're about to look at. It also is on the Famicom Disk System, because of course it is. And this is Otocky. There he is. There's Otocky. That's side B. So hopefully it's saved. Okay, good. So we're going to start a new save. There. Ugh. Yeah, no problem. Let us start. Because all we can do is stage 1. So this is an interesting concept. This is a musical shmup. As you shoot, you make music. And the goal of the level is to collect those music notes and have that bar fill up. That B power-up, what I did is basically your sub-weapon, which you do that and it'll clear out enemies. No, so the way it controls is basically you hold down the button and then you just move the thing. So in a weird way it is, but you really only have to control it one stick at a time. And there, once that fills, You fight against a giant musical notation thing. I believe this is a 8th note? And basically you shoot the holes and they'll lower. So no, you can't move while attacking, which is kind of unfortunate. There, once that's done, then you move on to the next stage. One kind of really annoying thing, though, about this game is the fact that whenever you get hit, you will actually lose just a smidge of progress. It's one of those games. And your health is denoted by the size of the projectile you shoot, which really doesn't affect like its ability to hit things. It just affects it like that. Also, you're different. You pick up the A power up, and you get different instruments. Depending upon the sound of the instrument, is actually how good of a weapon it is. Getting hit during the boss fight really only just takes down your health. And you can take, like, a good number of hits. So that's not a huge worry.
Good job, you killed music.
We killed this double note?
Yes. It is now dead because of you.
Also, I like that you can move Otocky in any of the menus that he shows up in. Oop, I tried. I want that.
Ah!
So the thing is that the way this also works is that the stage will continuously loop until you fill up that bar. The thing is, once it starts to loop, the notes themselves don't respawn. Essentially, they will be replaced by enemies. Also, I do not like the clavichord or the whatever clavy is.
Clavicle.
And yeah, Toshio Iwai is, he basically, a lot of his stuff is very, like, experimental sort of, like, musical stuff. Like, one of the, like, there is an instrument that you can buy that is developed by him called the Tenorion. That is basically a giant grid that is also a sequencer. Sequencer. Oop. The beepiest clarinet. Oops. Come on, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Also, I am not 100% certain what this note's supposed to be. Oh, 16th note. Okay.
It's worth only 1/16 of a note.
Let's see what we got. NB percussion. And now we're just making noise.
Can't believe you have to fight boogers.
I want that. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not right there. Let's see, what else we got? Noise 3. Oh, it was around. Okay. I know that there's a... Should be a... Remember there being a note around here that we didn't get somewhere. Like, let's say there was a triple note that we didn't get. There we go. Time to fight a flat boss. Or wait, no, this is a whole note. What am I talking about? Or half note. Look, I wasn't really good at pitch. Let's see. Soundscape. This sounds ominous. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is basically just kind of show you. I think the next one should be Fatal. Yep. In there. I would say. Okay, so the one thing I do want to show off, just because it is a bit ridiculous. So every time you beat a stage, you unlock it in BGM mode, which basically is just free play mode. Music Maker is actually what you unlock when you get when you beat the game. And what that is it basically is BGM mode, but lets you actually change the music in the background. So let's actually take a look at game. Let's take a look at the last stage, because it is kind of worth seeing and how much of a annoyance chump this last stage is. You might not see the problem immediately, but there is a problem here. Namely that the stage is entirely dark. Well, here's the thing with the notes. Is that first off, they don't show up until later in the level. Also, the enemies here just come out of nowhere. Yeah, they're invisible. You kind of also have to be on the ball to make sure you get every one you can get. Oops. Come on. Oop. You might think that, oh, they're probably just associated to like the notes that appear in the background. I'm not 100% certain that they're lined. Okay, that one definitely didn't seem like it. Okay, so maybe they are. But yeah, each hit now penalizes you a lot. I don't think it ever gets to the point where you can, like, soft lock yourself out. But, yeah. Okay, and the record here is where they usually start to show up. I think they're supposed to be like the Nutcracker things. Oops. Oop, let's see, what is... Ah yes, the best instrument. The one thing about this game that I'm not a huge fan of is, or a thing that I'm not a huge fan of, this game makes your thumb sore. Whoops. Oop, I want bird. Ooh, I want the beat. God damn it. I guess I'm not getting that beat. Where is this last note? There we go. Yep, and the last note, I believe this is the Trill Club, I think? That kind of it. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, you don't. Getting it doesn't matter.
Congratulations, all music is now dead. Death to music!
Yep. Congratulations.
Death to music.
Game designed by Toshio Iwai. To be continued on Otocky 2. Aw, that never happened. I love it when games do that. I mean, sad, but it's also funny.
Yeah, you want to know which more modern game did that pisses me off more than anything?
Oh, which one is that?
PsyOps, the Mindgate conspiracy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll just pop a music maker. Let's just do stage 6. So yep. You just go in, play like this. You can change your thing to whatever you want. Also bless you.
Oh, I didn't catch it in time. Damn.
You got it halfway through.
Well,
Okay.
thank you anyway.
Then you can also set whatever V you want, whatever V style you want. But also,
What does rec do?
rec. I believe as you do this, you basically are essentially making the music as it goes. But also you can just straight up do those. You can also just do, you can see, it's also a sequencer. You can even set the style of wave. Also, you can have it do, let's see, Because what this is do re mi fa sol la ti. There, and also you can also change it to just be letters, which is nice. Also, you can set the octave too. Also sharp, I'm guessing, or flat if it's suitable. So that's actually really nice that it gives you that granularity. Also the set the tempo, I believe, is it you do here.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this.
Beautiful, really. It's reminiscent of that first game we played.
Yes.
I hate this, actually.
Oops.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. There. There.
Oh dear God. Okay, but can you do Miserloo? Or Darude?
I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's essentially what this game is. It's a neat little concept, although sometimes the actual gameplay can be a little rough. So, I believe when we ranked it, we put Otocky in 11. Shall it stay?
At 11, huh?
I'm perfectly fine keeping it at 11.
Yeah, I feel like that last area kind of takes away a lot.
Yeah. Oh, also.
I'd acquiesce to 10 just because of all the extra features it has.
Yep.
But outside of that, I wouldn't go any further.
Okay. Yeah, and I think the charm's good. The music can be hit or miss, so I'll just leave it blank. It is up to you.
Shrug. Don't you have to...
Oh, yeah.
Your mileage may vary?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good for Otocky. All right, with that, so Otocky 2 never happened, but that definitely didn't stop Toshio Iwai from experimenting with video games. In fact, the next game he'd work on, actually the next one he worked on would not make it past. It never technically, it did not come out technically, except it did also in a way. So this is so people refer to it as Sound Factory. It was going to be Sound Fantasy over here, but in Japan it was referred to as Sound Factory. This was for the Super Nintendo. This never came out. But someone managed to find a prototype, and that is what we're taking a look at. Because this actually did come out in a certain form. This actually came out on the PC as SimTunes. Now, also, I believe I need to set this up because this does not play with the normal controller. This works with the SNES mouse. Now let's take a look at what this is. So Pix Quartet is the main thing, and this is what came out of SimTunes. You pick your bugs. Which of these bugs should we pick? Any of these strike your fancy?
Let's see. B3.
Okay.
A4. C2. And let's do D4.
Okay. So, when you do that, the insects are on the field. But if I do this, and draw a line, as they go through the line, they make new music. And then as the different colors make different notes. Also a nice feature that you don't see in many SNES Paint applications, aka Mario Paint. If you hold down the right, it turns into the eraser.
Shocking idea, that.
Also, the one thing that is kind of annoying is you have to kind of be right on point sometimes. Also, you can do this. Also, there are these. When you draw this, changes the direction that the bugs go in. There's that. Also, you just have it so that it just watches. Oh, also, I'm going to turn the speed to slow because with this modern mouse, it's pretty sensitive. Also, I'm not exactly sure what these stars mean. I think it's just amount of times that bug has hit something. But also they give us, you can go and actually load some presets. You say that, Tyrion, but one thing to note is that after this, the next thing that Toshio Y after creating SimTunes was Electroplankton. So yes, this is essentially a pseudo early Electroplankton. Let's take a look at 2. But also this. I think I need to fix this.
Sounds like a dirge. No, you're running it slow is why.
Oh, nope, actually. Yeah, it's yeah, it's not quite 10th birthday anymore. Alright, let's... Oh, I think this goes back... Oh, this just goes here. Let's do this, 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 and that. Let's see, is there... Oh, yeah, here. Oh, here, you can have it all in one line. And there we go. Let's try making some art.
Draw a butt.
Well, I'll do so in a roundabout fashion.
The biggest butt of them all. That's kind of cruel. Horrifying.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that color. Let's try the lighter blue.
Stare! Stare into the depths of horror!
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's mouse is a bit finicky. So Sim Tunes is basically pretty much this mode. You have a slightly different resolution, but in overall it's the same thing. Also, it is a 1996 computer game. Good luck running that. Clean up that. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way you can, like, pick up the bugs and, like, manually place them. Oh. Oh. Anyway, that's essentially what this mode is. There are, in fact, two other modes. Starfly is the one that will take the quickest to take a look at. Because essentially, it's kind of the same thing, in a way. This is basically just a sequencer. Yep. Oh, hey, it's a star. Star sounds like crap.
Yeah, that was pretty miserable.
And then I forgot what 2 is. I think 2 is also kind of bland. Okay.
It was okay.
So, let's take a look at this last one, because this is actually much more of a game. So basically you gotta land in all the... It's kind of almost in a Qbert kind of way. There you go.
How do you know which one to land on, though?
It's just you have to land on all of them. It's just each of them makes different, like, music. So it's trying to, like, you know, make a song. Yeah, and whenever you land outside of a thing, you lose a little bit of power. Mm-hmm. I mean, this seems simple enough up until a certain point. And that is here.
This one sucks. You were trying to be clever there.
No, I
Get
just
that.
missed it.
Okay. Thought you were going for like a tricky move there and just didn't get it.
I don't know how many stages there are of this.
A lot, apparently.
Okay, that's... I am going to put an end to this. I think we get the point of this. And yeah, it just kicks you out there. Okay, so that was Sound Factor C. It's a neat little thing. I really like that it exists. Well, kind of. Like, I like the part that ended up in SimTunes was really neat. I just wish that it was easier to run.
It was definitely interesting.
Okay, there we go. So, let's see. Where do we want to put that? I would think... Where did Mario Paint end up?
You were basically right at it.
Wait, where'd it go?
It should be higher.
Oh, Mario Paint right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, higher than Mario Paint. Do we want to say just 8?
Why 8?
Just because I feel like I really like the idea of it, and what it's trying to do. It does pretty well, and it's simple enough that you can just kind of toy around with it, and you don't have to be super knowledgeable of music.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
All right. That is creative. 241. 1993 it said. Even though I have 4 there. That is by Nintendo. That's SNES. Also, I'm going to put here Sim Tunes. For the SNES, that is creative.
Well, you put down 93 instead of 94.
Well, in the copyright, it said 93. Technically, it's neither because it never came out. But it's around that era. And I would call that cute. Or is there another thing you were thinking of?
No.
Okay. Anything we want to call out?
Do you want to call out the music, Lolo?
I mean, there really isn't any unless you make it.
I think that should be your mileage may vary because if you're good
Yep.
at music, it'll be great, and if you're
Oh, yeah.
Lolo.
Yep. But even then, that could be a fun cacophony of noise.
And it was. It's interesting.
Oh, also I just did that.
I just don't have a whole hell of a lot to say about it.
I always do like the charm of it. Yeah, and I can see that's probably enough of it. It's great because if you look up videos of SimTunes on YouTube, you get a bunch of videos from like 2019 or 2009, except for one in which someone made Megalovania in it, because of course they did.
Of course they did.
Yeah, I think that's enough for Sound Factory.
Yeah.
So, time to. We're still going to be on the music thing, but we are going to. Why is. Something is messed up with. Hold on, I need to figure something out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, something was taking control over my mouse. And it was very not pleasant.
And then there was something going on with the side stream. I don't know if it happened on the main stream, but side stream just sort of started choking.
Yeah, that was something was keeping something was acting up. Okay, so let's load up our next game. This is technically a first. I think, well, not technically. We've done stuff on this platform, but I think for Retro Rhapsody, it's a first. But then again, there was only 8 things for this, so it's not like there's really a whole lot. Whoops.
That's a good noise.
Yo, homie, peep here. Tempo, check it out. You know he makes it funky, and he's good to go. Catch the groove when you know.
So this is a 32X game.
That is some excellent pixel work.
Yeah, it is actually... This is actually some legitimately good pixel art in this game. And yes, this is Tempo. Made by Sega, although the character itself was developed by Red Entertainment, the same people who did Bonk and Air Zonk. So this is an interesting game. So let's see. Oop. I don't know if he's supposed to bob like that, but maybe. Let's see. Should we go? Let's see.
Do punch.
Do punch?
Do punch.
Okay.
Let's see what punch is. First we do punch, then we do kick, then we do what's all in the mind.
So this is indigestion performance.
Oh no, I've chosen terribly.
Yes,
No! No! Lola, why?
you picked this.
Why?
So this is kind of an action platformer.
I fucking hate myself. I saw a fist. I didn't assume it was gonna be 4.
Well, we're just in the teeth. We haven't been
That's
digested
just.
yet.
That's just step
Oh,
1.
actually, I take that back.
Right, yeah, mm. Son of a bitch.
Oop.
Oh, that's good noise.
Yeah, let's not rewind.
So this doesn't seem very good.
You would kind of be correct.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
now we have our partner.
How?
We got a dance icon.
That doesn't explain anything.
Just take a look at this game. Do you think it's going to explain things?
I want an explanation.
Oh.
Oh no. Why does it look so good and yet so terrible? This is incomprehensible.
Yes. Whoops.
It really likes these mashy sections.
Yep. Whoop.
This is horrible.
Also, the run is not consistent on when it comes out. Let's not pick that stage.
It's a terrible stage. I can't believe that you would pick that stage, Lolo. Should have known better.
Let's pick this one. High five performance.
This is sure a background.
Just think, this is one of the, like, 10 games that the 32X had.
Like, it has a great pixel art aesthetic, but then it wastes it.
Yeah, Red did good work with character design. Forgot about that.
Please don't do that. No, it wants you to go down where those other crystals were.
Oh. Oh.
What the fuck is happening?
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is definitely a game.
It froze.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool.
Wait, did it come? How about a new 666?
Yeah.
Uh, 95 Sega/Red for the 32X. That is a
Action.
Action, yeah. Tone.
Cool.
Okay. There. Anything to call out?
Those levels were fucking terrible.
Yep.
Art was nice in certain places, and in other places it was horrendous.
Yeah, I'll put art was good. Charm, I think I might put your mileage may vary. Because I can imagine there are some people that might think the charm is like there's a bit of charmingness to it.
I thought it had some charm going in, and then we got hit immediately with Vor level, and it lost all its charm. Plus, you couldn't make out what the fuck was going on at all.
Yeah. Anything else?
It's stupidly difficult.
Yeah, let's... Yep.
Music was okay, but I wouldn't really
Yeah.
call it out.
I think we're good with what we've done here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for our last game, I feel like since this episode is devoted to a musical rabbit, I feel even though we've done this, we need to do this game. Also, we could use this as we did the Castlevania thing that we usually do at the beginning of, like we've been doing for the beginning of kind of May, since that was one of the first games that we ever ranked. This game, I feel we can actually have this as a little... I kind of whipped something up to kind of make this more of a kind of a fun reminiscence of stuff we've done before. So, this. Also, I just realized something. It did not save something. That should be there. Let me check if it also saved my... There we go, and also I need to do this. Load new disk. There. Okay, so this is a Vib-Ribbon. Also, hold on. I need to do something real quick. Yep. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so Vib-Ribbon, let's watch this to kind of explain what this game is. So, seems easy enough by default, but here's the thing. So, the default controls in this game aren't great. Because the thing is, it's like all about different shapes. Which, this is a PlayStation game. A console with a controller that has shape face buttons. So, I don't know why they just didn't bind the face buttons to the shapes.
Because fuck you.
I went ahead and did that, which, let me tell you, makes this game a lot easier to play. Okay, so... should we do... let's see. Should we do one course of the Vib-Ribbon disc, or should we just go straight into the thing that I've prepared?
We've already ranked the Vib-Ribbon disc stuff. Let's play something of yours.
Let's do this. Okay. Alright. Let's eject the disc.
Can't wait for some good old death metal.
So namely, what I've prepared is a selection of stuff that we have, basically, music from games that we have ranked prior. So I have 27 songs on the CD.
Okay, but the most iconic song that we've heard, you kind of have to do.
Here's the thing, I don't remember exactly what the order of this is. So what I want is someone in chat to give me a number. From 1 to 27. Okay, 12. Let's start with 12. Okay. It's gonna take me a while to kind of remember how the bindings are. So this is from the Speed Rumbler. Oops. Damn it. we go. Okay. So, someone give me another track. Okay, 20. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Fitting from what we just did.
Nice.
Okay. So, another number. Eight. Let's see, what you got? There we go. Yeah, I got barely 80 points. Okay, one more number. Well, more numbers.
What have we done so far?
We've done 8, 12, 20.
Why don't you do track 1?
Track 1. Okay. So this is from East 3.
Okay, but did you put in the song?
I don't know what the song you're referring to is.
Cannon fodder.
No, I didn't. Because, so, I was gonna make 2 CDs, and then Fubar ate one of the playlists, and I didn't feel like rebuilding it.
That's fair.
Okay. Another track.
So 1 to 27, folks. 1, 8, 12, and 20 have been used.
I'll just go ahead and pick, and I'm gonna pick Lucky 13. Yep, this seems great. So this is from Jackal. This one didn't seem to be synced up as well.
I think it's too fast for it.
Yeah, yeah. this just feels weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip on that one. Okay, let's see, another song. Oh, I think we've already... Did we do it?
No.
Okay. Nope, this... She's also hopping pretty fast on this one. Let's see, what do we got? Okay. So this one's just hard. Yeah, that is...
This sucks.
Yeah, sometimes
That
that
sucks.
happens. Okay. Let's see. Let's do another one.
27.
27.
Go to the end. Go to the end.
So that was from, that is, from Blaster Master Zero. Okay, of course. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, God. No.
No, that's just... The problem is I'm just forgetting what the things are.
Can't believe you don't have Megalovania in this.
We haven't ranked Undertale. Oh, God. This is not good. This is not Inspector Gadget. This is the song that is required for every modern, rhythm game. Oh, that's a bad apple. Yeah, that's... So there's no Disney Eurobeat because I don't want to get a copyright thing again and have to edit that out. Let's see, what's the next, what's another number?
Four has not been done yet.
Okay. No, it's off to a good start. Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering what would happen if I did this. Okay, so it's Battle Garaga. Yep, that's not gonna... Okay, that did exactly what I was expecting it to do.
Alright. So let me just post the... No takers?
Yeah, you can pick one if you want.
Alright.
21.
Oh, 21. Alright.
Let's see, what do we got?
We take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream.
Really?
Freeze it up, cool, you can see it on your screen.
I don't know what the problem is.
Microwave, make it real
Really?
hot, like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. We take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream. Freeze it up, cool, you can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot, like
No,
a
it's...
soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. We take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream. Freeze it up, cool, you can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot, like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream. We take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream, freeze it up cool, you can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream.
Okay. Another number. Let's do 2 more. Let's see. How about let's do 7.
Which one is this?
This is from Gimmick.
Also, what number?
This is 7. Yeah, it's just I am just forgetting what the things are, even though I should be able to remember it. Yeah, that's not working.
I think you've kind of hit your.
Let's do 1 more. Let's do. Someone give 1 more number.
6.
Okay. It's from Windjammers. Oh. Okay, yep. You know what? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay.
Seems to be kind of burnt.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see, where was Vib-Ribbon? So we had Vib-Ribbon at 7. I could see maybe moving it up 1 spot, but I think if not, I think it's in a good spot.
I mean, I don't know. So my thoughts on Vib-Ribbon are it's cute, it's interesting, but the shapes idea I didn't jive with, and very clearly, it doesn't work well. Like, I've always felt like rhythm games got better the more you played them. Vib-Ribbon, the more you play it, the more it seems you forget because the shapes don't make sense, even when you map them to the right
if you actually practice it, it will make more sense.
I guess maybe
it's
I
also
don't know.
I'd also played like a lot of other things.
Yeah, that's also true. I don't know. I just from my perspective, I don't like the presentation as much in terms of the actual rhythm game section.
I still think overall it is really like once you get that down, it is still a pretty solid rhythm game though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's gonna go where it's gonna go, and I'd say I'd keep it at 7 personally.
Yeah, I can be fine with that. I do feel that we should add a thumbs up to Charm though.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't have that there, because it's definitely a charming game.
Yep. All right. Well, there's that. So I guess we are good on games involving rabbits and music, and also musical rabbits. So that brings us to our next episode, which I don't actually have music for, so you know what? We're just going to leave it blank. So, thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.ltpl Life. This episode will be up, I believe, on Wednesday of next week. So there you can watch at your leisure there. There's also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/loadedpuzzle. These episodes are recorded live Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's also my personal Twitter at loadedpuzzle, and the show's Twitter at Hazeltown Story. There's also my Discord, in which you can take part in polls and also chat with the community. There's also a Patreon at $2 and $5 tiers. You can then, help out with hosting costs and various other things. So, tomorrow, we are taking a look at Myst. Yay.
It's going to be well worth it.
Yes.
Be ready for a 5-minute stream, folks.
It's going to be longer than that. So yeah, I believe Iggy is streaming now, so let's go and send you over to him.
Bye.
Nixon. Do. So this. All right. See you all later.